Live from the headquarters of Ramsey Solutions, right here in the lobby. Jonathan and Kirsten are with us. Hey, how are you guys?
We're great, Dave.
Merry Christmas. Welcome.
Merry Christmas.
Where are you from?
Lexington, Kentucky.
Awesome. Well, welcome. It's good to have you. And you're here to do your debt-free scream.
That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
I love it. How much have you paid off?
We paid off $38,000.
And how long did it take you?
Took us 3 years.
Okay. Making what kind of money?
We started at about 34, and we're up to about 52 now.
Good for you. What do you guys do for a living?
I'm music director and venue producer at a church in Lexington.
And I'm an assistant property manager at a local apartment community.
Yeah, very cool. Okay, good. So was my answer a while ago right? Did you hear my answer with the guy with the bugs?
I didn't actually.
You weren't listening? I was talking to the property manager over here.
There you go.
Okay. I was answering a property management question just a second ago, I think. So you were too nervous. You were thinking about being on the air. You weren't listening to me.
No.
Okay, that's fine. So what kind of debt was the $38,000?
It was all student loans.
Okay. Very cool.
Sally Mae.
So you guys at $34,000 a year, paying off $1,000 a month, that's beans and rice and beans.
I was actually still in school when we were paying that off. So
Yeah.
I was working part-time at a restaurant, and he was starting full-time at the church.
And you guys were scratching and clawing at the beginning here. Now, towards the end, you had a little more room to pay off on it hard. But wow, that's still very impressive in 3 years. So you were in school. So you guys got married while you were in school?
Yes.
Okay.
I was still in school. He was graduating.
Right. And so tell me the story. What happened? What's the journey of this?
Well, I think the cool part of it is it's actually my father-in-law, her dad, gave us the FPU discs when we got engaged. So we kind of listened to them and got on board with it. And really, I didn't have I wasn't planning to do anything with my money before that. So it was cool to just hear, hey, here's some good ideas. It sounded like a great idea. So we just kind of got trucking. And did that, worked hard, worked extra jobs, did what we could to pay it off as soon as we could. So
Yeah.
Very cool. Well, good for you guys. That's amazing. Scratching and clawing.
Yeah.
So what do you tell people when they hear you paid off $38,000 in student loan debt, starting young couple? How did you do that? What are the principles? What'd you do?
I know it was a little bit hard for us because we were just starting off married, and we didn't have anything to sell. We started off with nothing, and in fact, we had to buy a couple things just to get to like the basic level of what we needed to kind of survive and go on. A lot of hard work. We both had multiple jobs. Once I started in the apartment industry, I continued serving and at the restaurant, and then I also did some art commission. And I know Jonathan has also done multiple things too. He played out at some.
did a lot of gigging.
A lot of
for extra
gigging,
money.
yeah.
Okay.
So
So what kind of restaurant were you working in?
It's all good restaurant. It's an American restaurant. I don't really know how to describe it other than that.
one of the
but
best in Lexington. If you're
It is.
There you go. How did you do on tips and income?
I did pretty well overall. Having that extra job, I mean, I was working 6 days a week between the apartment community and the restaurant, so that really helped to bring the income up. And then obviously having the budget was huge for us. And I know a lot of people say that, but that honestly is what kept us on task and kept us from spending more than what we had delegated to spend for that month.
Well, if somebody's listening and they were going to be a server at a restaurant like that, how many hours were you working and what were you making as a server?
I was probably working about 10 hours a week because I was still working 40 hours a week at the other job. I would say I would make 100, 150 a day, depending upon the day exactly. But that extra money all went to student loans. That didn't go to anything else.
Oh, yeah, it's part of the plan, but it just, you can make money. Okay, all right, that's the point. Well, congratulations, you guys. How does it feel?
feels great.
It feels really good.
I think I actually tweeted you about it, but one of the coolest things I got to do is a month after we were debt-free, I got a firewood delivery in the middle of the night from a dude I found on Craigslist and asked him how he was doing, and he said he was doing better than he deserved. And I was like, And I was like, well, why are you delivering firewood? He said, well, it's my second job. I'm trying to pay off debt. So it was really cool to get to bless him in a really big way.
There you go.
That he wasn't expecting. So that's been a lot of fun. I think the giving throughout the whole process, honestly, that's one thing we tell people too, is even while we were trying to get out of debt, we always gave and made that a part of our process. And I think that just gives you gratitude for what you have and helps you to just be really content with where you are when you see how much you have compared to so many other people.
And we also believe that God blesses you when you continue to give.
Sure.
have found it just in little things. Like I drive a 92 Pontiac Bonneville. That thing's still kicking. Like it's got so much life in it. And I honestly believe that's been a blessing because we've continued to give this entire time.
There's no logical reason that car should still be running. Yeah.
And she loves it.
I love it. I'm so proud of it.
That's fun. It's a paid-for car, I'm telling you.
That's right. I think one of the other things that we always mention that we've also been told, it's when we would watch some debt-free screams on the air, you know, people are making 100, 200,000, and it would be discouraging for us sometimes because we're like, you know, we make $30,000 to $50,000, and I just want people to know it can be done with not as high as an income. You just got to work all the much harder to do it, and if you're out there and you're not making $100,000, it's okay. You can still pay off. You can work extra, and you'll get it done eventually.
There you go. That's awesome. That's cool. Well, and Jonathan heard the code from the, for those of you that don't know, with the firewood guy, if you're, have somebody serving you in some way, whether it's a server or a valet or a firewood guy, whatever it is, and you ask them, pizza delivery guy, you ask them how they're doing, they say better than I deserve. If you're a listener to this show, that's code for they're working that job to get out of debt, and you have to give them extra. That's right. You give them an extra big tip, be extra generous. Yep. So that's make sure. And Jonathan knew the code.
That's
so
right.
Good for you, Jonathan. Well done. You're exactly right. That's exactly how this happens. It happens through giving. It happens through systems, and it happens through you guys changing the way you viewed it. And you know what else happened is you believed you could do it. You believed you could do it, and you did it. That's the neatest thing. You did it.
Yeah.
You did it. You did it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well done. All right, Jonathan and Kirsten, or is it Kirsten or Kirsten?
It's Kirsten.
Kirsten.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
that's
Jonathan
okay.
and Kirsten, Lexington, Kentucky, $38,000 paid off in 3 years, making 34 to 52. How'd they do it? Work their butts off. Count it down. Let's hear a debt-free scream.
3, 2, 1. We're debt-free!
That's it. That's it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Congratulations, you guys. Very, very well done. That's how life works. Well, you guys would be so rich so fast and be able to do so much not only for yourselves and for your family, but for others.
We're dead.